I'm John.
I'm Mac.
And I'm Amy.
And this is Metro Minute. We're going to review a few quick titles here, and we're going to be doing this every week. There.
I really want to do a thing like coming to you straight from Metro Entertainment, Santa Barbara,
Live
California.
from New York.
Yes.
Metro Entertainment!
Thursday night.
All right.
Comic update.
Take 7. Take 17.
Okay.
Take 49.
Okay.
Each week we're going to be coming to you and reviewing a comic book title. Should kick off Metro Minute issue 1. And we're reporting to you live. Not live.
Santa Barbara, California, Metro Entertainment. Comic book store, downtown Santa Barbara.
At 6 West Anapamu.
Yep, and who wants to get
started? What are our hours, Amy?
Our hours are 10 to 7 every day.
Every day.
We never stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come see us.
So, Mac, why don't you go first? What are you reviewing?
Alright, okay, so I want to talk about Spider-Verse, just wrapped up. This is the epilogue title. It actually technically ended in the last issue, number 14. So number 15 on the shelf now. Go pick it up if you want to. I'm not really feeling this reveal.
No?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you not like it?
I don't know what to say.
Do you like it?
I do like it.
All right.
I mean,
do all the Spider-Men die finally?
All right. This is what it is.
Kill the Spider-Man.
But like. I mean, what am I going to say? If you're reading it, go get it. If you're not reading it, you will be confused. That's my review.
Yeah. So then there'll be a trade coming out in a couple weeks, yeah?
No, I want to talk about Daredevil.
All right, talk about Daredevil.
Okay. On the stands this week is Daredevil number 13, the beginning of a new storyline focusing on classic Daredevil rogues gallery member the Owl, returning as the major villain of this arc, and seemingly another villain. I'm not going to give that away because that's a spoiler. But if you're excited about the new Daredevil TV show coming to Netflix in April, then I would definitely recommend checking this out. It's a great place to jump on board with the current series. And it focuses on a Daredevil who's starting to realize that the world doesn't revolve around him. And he doesn't have to necessarily think about the people in his life as accessories to his own story, and they have their own lives going on. So I think it offers a great contrast to the Daredevil origin story that they're going to be presenting in the show. I think that if you start reading it now, it would give you a very well-rounded sense for the character.
So it's a good jumping on point.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I'll buy that one today.
Great.
All right. Amy, what are you reviewing this week?
All right, well, as you may have heard or may have not heard, Wednesday is the new Thor's Day. This week we got the Thor Annual, which features 3 stories that take place a little outside of the current storyline of Thor, if you've been following that. We still don't know who she is. This issue does not help us find out, but we will find out officially in May. This has 3 stories written by Jason Aaron, who wrote Thor God of Thunder and is currently writing the Thor storyline continuing.
Yep.
The second story is written by Noelle Stevenson, who you might know from Lumberjanes. And the third story is written by wrestler CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jason Aaron picks up with Old King Thor, which is, we last saw him in Thor God of Thunder, number 25, and he lives at the end of the universe, and it's his birthday. So his granddaughters try and figure out how to celebrate. That one's illustrated by Timothy Truman. All right, and the Noelle Stevenson story is illustrated by Marguerite Sauvage, and she has a very light, fluffy style, and it's very cute, and it's very cutesy, reminiscent of the Lumberjanes, where the new female Thor goes on an adventure with the Warriors 3, who don't quite believe that she's worthy enough to hold the hammer, even though she's got it right in front of their faces. So she'll show them what's what. And then the last story, written by CM Punk, is illustrated by, I don't know how to say his name, Rob Guillory?
Mm-hmm.
Rob Guillory, who
Yeah.
is Chew.
Yeah, Eisner Award-winning artist.
Eisner Award-winning artist.
If you have any comments about him being a bad artist, you can take it up with the Eisner Awards.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And that one's a funny story. It features the young male Thor before he's actually ever picked up the hammer. He's celebrating his apparent worthiness with a drinking contest, and somehow Mephisto gets in the mix, and so you see what happens after one too many drinks.
Which is actually, CM Punk is he calls himself straight edge, but he's a teetotaler. He does not drink alcohol or consume any.
But Thor sure does.
And yeah, You Can't Tell It All is written by someone who doesn't know how to drink.
It's totally realistic.
Totally, very realistic.
All right, there may be some edits. That was edited out for your convenience. It's not going to be edited out.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it.
Oh,
anyway.
It's too long.
Okay.
Anyway, so those 3 stories are featured in this week's Thor Annual. I believe we are sold out, but we can special order it if you are interested.
Yep. And I was going to talk about Captain Marvel. No, I'm going to talk about Black Mirror because Captain Marvel is with Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm sorry, it's not Black Mirror. It's Black Vortex.
Black Vortex.
Wow.
Black Mirror is Batman. Black Mirror. You should
Wow.
read Batman Black Mirror if you get the chance, though.
Yeah. And actually, it's funny too because the Black Vortex is a mirror.
Literally, yeah. So
It is a mirror. Thus the confusion.
I bet they wanted to call it Black Mirror.
And they were like, oh,
you can't.
DC.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Who's reading Batman? No one here.
Which we actually are not reviewing any DC titles this week, although we should have.
Yeah.
Next week will be all DC.
We're not biased.
No.
You know. I'm represented, but I reviewed Daredevil.
So Black Vortex is essentially a team-up book between the Guardians of the Galaxy and the X-Men, sans Wolverine, of course. The Black Vortex is this, essentially it's a mirror that drops down from whatever recesses of space onto different people at different times. And when you look inside the mirror, or the vortex, you see the best possible version of yourself. And should you accept the Black Vortex, you become the best possible version of yourself, and then totally consumed by power and all kinds of fun stuff like that. And it's really interesting to see the dilemmas that a lot of the characters who end up looking into it face. Let's see, Gamora and Angel have both been...
Don't give too much away.
Yeah. Good times, though.
Yeah.
And it's like super... torqued up versions of the heroes themselves that, you take Gamora and then she's got, X amount more skulls and armor. She actually looked a lot like Mystique.
She looked like vintage Gamora.
Yeah, or vintage Gamora. But,
Is it good,
super
though?
cool.
Yeah.
It is very good. And you can pick that up. There's Black Mirror #1, which I think is a Guardians title.
No, it's just a one-shot.
It's just a one-shot.
It's just Black Mirror.
And then it goes in...
Yeah.
And then...
It's like you two haven't even read these.
No, I have. I read
it.
them.
No.
I'm kidding.
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
1 second.
No, they're super awesome. And then I don't know. Are there any? There's like other stuff that we do.
And it's worth noting it's a crossover event amongst different Guardians and X-Men related titles. So if you are interested in reading Black Vortex, you are going to have to do a little bit of hunting, but fortunately
Not that much. I mean, it essentially tells you in the book,
yeah,
like, hey,
it's
read
not that
this
hard,
issue of this,
but,
this issue of this.
But you might have to buy some books that you might necessarily not be reading if you are exclusively reading X-Men or Guardians.
Yeah.
But it is good. I do recommend it.
Yeah.
I mean, John recommends it.
Well, I recommend it. You recommend it. All right, and I think that's pretty much it. So.
Thanks for joining us this minute.
Yep. Have a week.
Yes.
Have a week.
Have a. Great,
I can't use that.
If you have any special orders, pick them up by Sunday. Thank you. We gotta go.
Wait a minute.
We gotta be at my apartment for role playing.
Yep. So let's pack. Oh.
We got adult things
Have a
to
week.
do.
No, can't say have a week.